Hi students, today we are going to see the topic types of mixtures. In last video we saw about the difference between mixture and compound. Now I am going to explain about types of mixtures. So mixtures are of two types. One is homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So in homogeneous mixture examples are true solutions and alloys. In heterogeneous mixtures the suspensions and colloids. So homogeneous mixture means the mixture which cannot be separated into individual compound. So it is called as, for example, if we drop water into the milk, a tumbler of pure milk, then we cannot separate. It is a milk only. We cannot separate to milk as well as water. And also if we drop ink in the glass tumbler, so here it forms a clear uniform mixture, so we cannot separate. So this is an example for homogeneous mixture. So mixtures are of two types. One is homogeneous mixture, other one is heterogeneous mixtures. So example for homogeneous is true solutions and alloys. Alloys means two or more metals combined together to form a homogeneous mixture. For example, gold ornaments, gold jewels, no? So it contains copper as well as gold. But we cannot, in a gold chain or gold bangles, we cannot able to separate gold as well as copper separately. So it gives a homogeneous mixture. But for heterogeneous mixture, suspension means if it place a pure sand in a glass of tumbler of water, so the sand particles will not mixing with the water, so it settles at the bottom. So this is example for suspension. And also for colloids, example toothpaste, honey, then paste, so more ink, these are all colloids example. So now homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture definitions. A mixture in which the components cannot be separated is called homogeneous mixture. That means it has uniform composition and every part of the mixture has the same property. Suppose if we take a salt water in the top, if you taste it is a salt only. In the bottom, if you taste it is salt only. In the middle portion, if you taste them, it is salt only. So it gives a throughout having a uniform composition and every part of the mixture has the same property. Example, tap water, milk, air. Air is a mixture. We cannot separate hydrogen, oxygen like that because it is a fully hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, they are full and full, it is mixed and gives a homogeneous substance. Then sugar, syrup, ink, steel, bronze, because bronze, steel, they are all alloys. So they are all form homogeneous mixtures. Now comes to heterogeneous mixture means hetero means different. So it forms a two type of layers. A mixture in which the components can be seen separately is called a heterogeneous mixture. It does not have a uniform composition and properties. Example, a mixture of iodine and common salt. Suppose if both are salt only, iodine is a crystal and a common salt means table salt, that is commonly used for cooking, no? That is called common salt. If both are mixing together means we can easily separate iodine as well as common salt. So they are called heterogeneous mixture. And also we can separate sugar and sand mixture, oil and water, because they do not dissolve. Oil and water means water is present at the bottom and oil forms the topmost layer. So this is example for heterogeneous mixture. Then a mixture of sulfur and iron fillings, then mixture of milk and cereals. So these are an example for heterogeneous mixture. So homogeneous means which cannot be seen separately and having a uniform composition throughout and also having same property. But heterogeneous mixture means the components can be seen separately and it does not have any uniform position and also properties. So these are all homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Next, various methods for the separation of mixtures. So what are the methods for separating the mixtures? So many mixtures contain useful substances mixed with unwanted material. So we have to separate that useful substances. So the choice of a particular method to separate components of a mixture will depend upon the properties of the components of the mixture. First method is sublimation process. So it is a very, very important question. Sublimation means the definition for sublimation. Best example is camphor. If we burn the camphor, camphor means this karpuram. If we heat the camphor, without changes into melting stage, it changes into a vapor state. So certain substances, certain solid substance when heated change directly from solid to gaseous state without attaining the liquid state. This is called as sublimation. Once again I explain, certain solid substance when heated changes directly from solid to gaseous state without attaining the liquid state. So the vapors when cooled give back the solid substance after when we cool the vapors, which gives the original substances. This process is known as sublimation. Example, iodine, camphor, ammonium chloride, etc. Now I am going to explain up the what is the process for the sublimation process with the example, with a diagrammatic explanation. So first we have to take the powdered mixture of ammonium chloride and sand taken in a china dish. So first in the china dish we have to take ammonium chloride as well as sand. Both are mixing together and we have to take in a china dish, and which is covered with a perforated asbestos sheet. That means the heat cannot be passed directly. So for that we have to add it with we have to heat with them with the help of perforated asbestos sheet. That means with the help of sheet only we can supply the proper usage of heat. That means not sharing, and same amount of heat will be passing. Then an inverted funnel we have to place over the asbestos sheet. So inverted funnel we have to place it. The open end of the stem of the funnel is closed, which is using cotton wool, and the china dish is heated. So in the funnel, the stem portion we have to place it with the cotton wool, and the china dish now we are heating. The pure vapors of the volatile solid, that is a camphor, pass through the holes in the asbestos sheet and condense on the inner sides of the funnel. That means after heating, the vapors which will be deposited on the inner sides of the funnel. The non-volatile impurities, that means for example, if we take camphor and ammonium chloride, or camphor as well as sand, if we take sand particle it is not getting volatile, but camphor getting volatile substance, so it the non-volatile impurities remain in the china dish. So this is very important question. Sublimation process, define sublimation and explain the process with a diagram, means we have to write fully. So first we have to take a mixture of ammonium chloride and sand. In this case ammonium chloride is a volatile substance. That means if we heat the ammonium chloride, it directly changes into a vapor state, and sand particle is a non-volatile substance which does not changes into vapor state. So if we take a mixture of ammonium chloride and sand taken in a china dish, and it is covered with a perforated asbestos sheet, and second point, an inverted funnel we have to place it in the asbestos sheet. The open end of the stem of the funnel is closed with the cotton wool, and the china dish is heated. Now the vapors which will be deposited on the inner sides of the funnel. Then after cooling we have to remove the vapors, and then it changes into original pure ammonium chloride. The non-volatile impurities remain in the china dish. There are two types of mixtures. One is heterogeneous and homogeneous. So for the heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture, so there are various methods for the separation process. In heterogeneous mixture, if the two substances both the solids, solid and solid means, example, that is methods are hand picking, sieving, winnowing, magnetic separation and sublimation process. Suppose if one is soluble and that is liquid, one is liquid and other one is an insoluble solid. That means for example in a water, if you take a sand particle, because it is an insoluble substance sand, and a liquid we have to take. So insoluble solid and liquid. The methods are sedimentation, decantation, loading, filtration and centrifugation. Suppose if two immiscible liquid means both the liquids, oil and water example, two immiscible liquids means decantation method, separating funnel methods. Now for homogeneous mixture, what are the methods? If the two soluble solid and liquid means, that is sugar and water completely soluble, for that what process we have to separate? That is evaporation, distillation and crystallization. If two immiscible liquid, if the both the liquids are completely soluble means soluble, then how we can do separate? That is by using fractional distillation. Distillation means if two liquids having two different boiling point, for example water and water and alcohol, both are miscible liquid, both are completely soluble. So water boiling point we know 100 degrees Celsius, but alcohol boiling point nearly 60 degrees Celsius. So first 60 degrees Celsius alcohol only changes into vapor, and then water will be changes. So this process based on the boiling point of the substance. If we separate means that process is called as fractional distillation. Then solution of two or more solid in a liquid means by using the chromatographic method. So chromatography means chrome means color. By the appearance of the color we have to separate the mixtures. So these are the methods such as hand picking, sieving, winnowing, sedimentation, decantation, fractional distillation, chromatography, etc. for separating the homogeneous as well as heterogeneous types of mixtures.